Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Looking like a hot mess. All right, here we go.
My earpiece is not wanting to stay. All right.
Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Deadly Duo Chronicles podcast. I'm Cheyenne.
And I'm Heather.
And on today's murder menu is
Amelia Dyer, aka the baby farmer. But first, some trigger warnings. Neglect, child abuse, and murder.
Viewer discretion is advised, and so is our language. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, keep it moving. Thanks for the watch. Alright, good old Amelia Dyer wasn't always a murderer. She was born Amelia Elizabeth Hobley in 1837 into a large family outside of Bristol. She was well educated, often spent time reading literature and poetry, and was always a natural caretaker. Her mother developed typhus.
I would go with typhus.
When Amelia was a child. I'm not a doctor. And soon succumbed to severe mental illness. Amelia cared for her until her death in 1848, in which she lost contact with most of her family. Alrighty then.
By 1861, she had married George Thomas, a man 35 years her senior. The pair had one child together before Thomas died in 1869. Finding herself suddenly widowed and with a young child, Dyer desperately needed income.
I'm almost fairly certain, if my memory serves me correctly, is he lied about his age on their marriage certificate and took 10 years off of it.
Yeah.
Which is odd because you took 10 years off of it, but then you died of old age.
Well, I mean, either way it went, he would have been, he's 35 years older is a lot.
I don't know.
I mean,
I like older men, so I don't know.
Yeah, but not 35 years older.
No, just about 10. Almost 10.
Yeah.
It's just, in those times, usually marrying older, you were more secure.
Right.
In this day and age, older does not mean.
When women really didn't work outside of the home back then, like at that time frame.
No, they really wasn't allowed.
So, I mean, during her marriage, she...
yes. We're going to have to cut that one out because that one was...
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm working on it. I was like, whoa. Off script.
I just cut you off, sorry.
Off script. Okay. During her marriage, she had trained as a nurse with a midwife who taught her about the baby farming trade. However, Dyer would take it one step further.
They always do.
Always. There's always got to be at least one psycho bitch in the bunch.
She began placing advertisements in local papers claiming to be a highly respectable married woman who would provide a safe and loving home for unwanted children in exchange for her services. She demanded a substantial one-time payment up front. The BBC reports that this fee could have been as much as
80 pounds.
80 pounds, the equivalent of about 8,000 pounds today, or $10,000
$10,080 today. So 80 pounds is equivalent to 8,000 or $10,080 today. She was bringing in anywhere between 5 to 6 kids. So 10,000 times 6, 60,000?
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that shit in my head. Like, what? So she was bringing it in bank at that time.
Yeah.
We didn't claim to be mathletes. We still use our freaking
we're-
fingers to count, so calm down.
We're definitely
Karen.
not mathematicians over here.
No, not at all.
We barely graduated high school.
I technically didn't graduate high school.
Point proven.
You graduated high school and it's worse than I am. What?
What's sad is I even went to college.
Oh, bitch. Oh, shit. We're just going to leave that one there. However, rather than using that payment to feed and care for the children as promised, Dyer realized she could make a profit by pocketing the money and getting rid of the babies. How Amelia Dyer exploited children's death for financial gain. Originally, to rid herself of babies, Amelia Dyer would simply starve and neglect them. She also overdosed them using an opiate. Oh, okay, I remember. I remember.
A solution also known as mother's friend, which is commonly used to calm crying infants. In 1879, however, a doctor became suspicious about the number of deaths he had called to report at Dyer's home. He reported her to the authorities, but instead of receiving a murder or manslaughter charge, she was sentenced 6 months in a labor camp for neglect. But that didn't stop Amelia Dyer. Upon her release, she placed more ads for baby farming. Of course she did.
You can't be making $10,000 a kid and just be like, oh, I'm going to quit making that money.
Right.
But the opiate mother's friend was actually, I do believe, used, it's for crying infants, but I think it was used for colic babies.
Right.
To kind of calm them so that way, like, mothers and people could get sleep or, not be so raw, but service and continue to collect payments for watching infants. However, by this time, she had discovered a new way to kill the babies faster and therefore make even more money. She began strangling them with edging tape used for dressmaking. Strangle you.
Right.
Douchebag. Amelia Dyer had realized her mistake in having coroners declare the infants' deaths. She began disposing of the bodies herself, wrapping them in linen and newspaper and dropping them into the river. Let's chop you up and feed you to the damn catfish. Horrible human being.
Chop up and feed her to pigs. They eat anything.
Catfish, swallow bone and all. Pig, break it down in time. Well, pigs don't consume all at once. That's the misinterpretation that most people who use pigs to dispose of screw up. Owning pigs myself. I'm just kidding, guys. I've owned pigs, but if you watch their feeding pattern long enough, you would put 2 and 2 together, that they just catfish and gulp it all in one.
Dyer also kept a the police off of her trail, as well as parents looking to be reunited with their children.
Yeah.
While it's impossible to know how many children Amelia Dyer killed, eyewitnesses later reported observing her take in as many as 6 babies a day. That's a lot of babies.
So 10,000 times 6, you got that math ain't mathin'. I ain't mathin' it.
No.
But you got a good bit of money coming in.
It's estimated that over...
Did I skip?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Alright, hold on a second. I have to cut that out. We'll just redo that whole skit again.
Dyer also kept a close watch on authorities. She frequently relocated to new towns, adopting new identities with each move in order to throw the police off her trail, as well as the parents looking to be reunited with their children. While it is impossible to know how many children Dyer killed, eyewitnesses later reported observing her taking in as many as 6 babies a day. It's estimated that in the course of almost 30 years, she killed as many as 400 children. That's a lot.
Damn.
That's a lot of money.
Wow.
She was a rich bitch.
Oh, yeah, she was. Ugh. Still wouldn't give me to take the lives of innocent little babies. Now, however, full-sized human beings, it might be questionable because that's a lot of money, but not little babies. Not little babies.
I don't think that's something you want to admit on camera.
I wouldn't really do it, but it's tempting. And that number would have been even higher had she not been caught after one careless body dump. Of course, because after collecting that much money over that course of many years, why would you care if somebody saw you dump one baby?
You would think after 400 babies, though, you would pretty much be a pro at hiding bodies.
You would think. Because, see, I'm not justifying what she did, but why not each time that you found a new identity, whatever, why not buy land?
Yeah.
But, I mean, that doesn't justify killing babies, but...
No, there's never a justification for killing babies.
Yeah, you just think she would have been smarter about it. But back in those days, women didn't have very many brain cells, apparently. Not this one, anyways. Amelia Dyer's baby farming operation comes to an end in March of 1896 when a bargeman floating down the Thomas Times, fished out a parcel out of the river. Inside, he found the tiny decomposing body of a baby girl wrapped in linen and paper. Around her neck was a string of white tape, so she had been strangled, clearly.
Yeah. Trauma.
Trauma bonding. And you know the weirdest thing is people listen to us at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Who the fuck wants to listen to us crazy bitches at 4 o'clock in the morning? I don't even want to listen to myself at 4 o'clock in the morning.
We're literally recording at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Fair enough. Alright, take us away, Heather, on the next slide.
One savvy police officer noticed a name almost faded written on a corner of the paper. Miss Thomas, as well as an address in Reading. Sorry. The address was Amelia Dyer's. Still, the police couldn't positively link her to the crime. Her name was written on it with her address.
Right, but it was Miss Thomas. One of her aliases.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
For some reason, For some reason, I was thinking it was like a married name. I forgot she had aliases.
Well, yeah, she wasn't entirely stupid.
Okay. Hey, if you say so.
Well, I mean, clearly she wasn't entirely stupid because, like, she was smart enough to come up with, hey, my name's not Dyer here, it's such and such there. I'm moving from here, it can't be such and such now.
But they set up a trap using a young woman as a decoy.
Ooh.
And the plot thickens.
And she becomes dumb again.
Was she ever not dumb?
She was maybe smart for just a slice of a second. Posing as a new mother, the woman contacted Dyer to inquire about her baby farming services. See, that's just weird. Why don't you just call it a nanny service? Who calls it farming service? Let's farm some babies. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Dyer arranged a meeting with the woman, only to walk into a police ambush. So while the police were searching her home, police were stunned by the unmistakable scent of human
decomposition.
Decomp. They also discovered white edging tape, much like the kind that had been wrapped around the infant's neck. Telegrams about adoption arrangements and letters from mothers asking about their children. Why send your child off and then write a letter as if you're concerned with them, and then you don't hear any response back, and it's not like you don't go to the police?
Yeah. Well, I mean, back then, though, parents would send their kids away to stay in certain homes for so long, and so that way they could save up money. And then once they saved up enough money to take care of the baby, they would get the baby back.
Right, I understand that, but like at the same time, like
I could never do something like that.
Oh no. I'm a full-in mom, full-time mom, not a half mom. Don't ship my kids off anywhere for the weekend. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just, not for me. So, yeah, I just couldn't see, like, I get not having money and not being able to support that child financially, so you're thinking leaving it with this person is in the best interest of the child, but at the same time, why not leave it with somebody familiar?
Right.
You literally don't even know this woman, or I've only had a couple correspondence with her, not enough to be like, oh, here, trust my whole child with you, and my $10,000, which a lot of moms had the babies out of wedlock. So, like, they couldn't, or had the baby in secret.
Right.
So, I get that, but you'd think there would be a screening process, which back then there really was no need for it, because it's not like every person was a serial killing machine.
Yeah,
and who would have thought a woman would have done it anyways?
Right. Back then, people didn't think women could kill.
They didn't think they could form a sentence, let alone conjure up a way to kill somebody. On April 3rd of 1896, police arrested Dyer. Meanwhile, they dredged the river looking for more bodies. They found 6, of all which Dyer admitted to killing. She even told the police that the white tape around their neck was how she could tell. Well, that's fucked up, but that is a clear signature. Mm-hmm. And during the trial in May of 1896, Amelia pleaded guilty to only one murder and claimed insanity as a defense, citing numerous a sane asylum stays. However, the jury determined that she had, she wasn't mentally ill, as she was using it as a way to avoid prosecution. It only took them 4.5 minutes to convict her. She was sentenced to death. So here's the thing.
That was fast.
I mean, yeah, we're not going to go there. But yeah, that was pretty fast.
They just walk in. This bitch is guilty. Okay, we're done.
Pretty much.
Let's get on with our day. She's guilty.
But here's the thing. You want to claim you're crazy, right? But you had enough mental stability to come up with aliases, put ads in the paper, collect money, and move around and avoid getting caught.
And come up with this whole scheme.
Yeah.
Like,
there's no way in hell this bitch thought that she could plead crazy and get away with it.
And on June 10th, 1896, Amelia Dyer was home.
Yeah, she got to taste her own medicine.
Hey, it's coming up on her death date.
Oh, it is. Hey, it is. Because today is the
7th. Well, it's after midnight, so it's the 8th now.
It is the 8th. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That is a fairly weird coinky-dink. We're gonna go with it. Alrighty then.
I like how this works out.
I lost my train of thought on that one. I really was going somewhere, and then that bitch just derailed and went into another cannon. Like, I don't... Oh, she got a taste of her own medicine. That's where I was going with that. Because she, cut the oxygen supply off.
Yeah.
And then I think I wanted to say something else, but yeah, my train didn't left the station on that one. You sidetracked me.
Sorry.
Fucking ADHD.
No.
ADD.
That was a total ADD moment.
No, so you can't claim insanity. But while I was researching this, there was actually another plot twist. So in one of the things that I read is Amelia's daughter and son-in-law was involved. And after Amelia was caught, her daughter went on with the tradition. And a woman met her, what was supposed to be Amelia's daughter, at a train station and passed the baby off, collected the money, and then put the baby in a crate and left it on the train tracks. And a police officer found the baby before it got hit by the train. But the woman disappeared and was never found again. So I don't know if that was folklore or whatever, but it was fairly interesting. But I can see that, because here's the thing though, if you're openly doing that in front of your child's going to pick that habit up regardless.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, was she having her daughter help her all along from childhood?
She could have, because seeing a child in the home permanently would ease a mom's mind.
Yeah. Well, and she would have a helper, because ain't no kid going to tell them their mom. Well,
I ain't going down for my mama. I'll tell you that right now.
I love my mom, but I would snitch.
I be a snitch, bitch. I ain't going down for my mama.
I'll be the first one to say, I am not good under pressure.
And this is why your mom never tells you shit. I'm not
No, you will either A, you will laugh, or you will legit. They will be like, okay, Heather, we know everything. It's okay, you can tell us. And you will even tell them what you had for lunch, and that would be completely irrelevant to the content.
I can keep.
That's going to be a wrap on this week's episode. Once again, I'm Cheyenne.
And I'm Heather.
Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. We are up and running on Spotify. We got YouTube. We got Facebook. We got Instagram. We'll have TikTok up. And we have Audible.
And we're eventually going to get Apple Pay. Well, Apple
Pay?
Not Apple Pay. Apple Music.
Apple Podcasts.
Yes, there it is. I don't know why I was saying Apple Pay.
She want you to pay. Pay for that apple.
Well, they got that part up too. Oh
Yeah.
My God.
Yep.
New episode Sundays.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, no.